Afternoon's Bob Trade Genius, the 6th of July, and I think things are starting to get interesting. So, start with VXX was the number one volume. Looked like we were rolling back over, had a sell signal on it, and then we had this pop. And I think what's happening now is that we could start getting a rejection of the short vol trade. And so I put on UVXY puts going into tomorrow, and I'm just going to give it till tomorrow. And if we don't see any kind of rollover and we're starting to see strength in volatility, I'll close the trade and then kind of set it on the shelf, because if this risk parity thing blows up, the market's in deep, deep trouble. So we'll just see what they do going into Friday on that. Financials rolled over a little bit. To me, this is just an anomaly. How they think raising interest rate on broke people is supposed to be some bullish move for the banks. I just think the banks are in big trouble. Stay away. You got SPY starting to drift down to the bottom of this channel. At other times in the past, they ripped this thing up to VWAP. That's why I'm watching. I'm going to see if they are able to buy the dip or if this thing falls off of the edge. The Qs, we traded the Qs today. We traded NASDAQ from the on the futures through the day trading money machine. If you would have took the trades today on a 15-minute signal, just with one contract, you'd have made around $1,000 today. You know, just trading the day. So just really nice moves in it, and you know, the day trading money machine just works very nicely with NQ, and so I'm looking for a lot more action on this. Volatility is definitely picking up in it, which helps when you're trading it in the futures. GDX, you know, they pushed it down in the beginning and then it just kind of held. Kind of holding my breath on the miners here to see if this is going to be a fear trade. I know a lot of people are just thinking that the metals are going to roll over hard, and I'm not quite so sure. They're pretty oversold already, and that's always been the easy trade, and I think we're done with the easy trade. I think there's a good opportunity for us to push higher. Just watching right now on GDX. IWM, the banks were holding it up. That's gone. And I think this is going to keep rolling over. Again, it's banks and technology. The great rotation trade's already over. Energy and financials from technology. Today was nothing across the board. Fear and cash and evaporation of credit and margin. And there's XIV. It was coming up like it normally does, and then boom, pushed right back down. This is going to be like 2011. We could have 3 months like this. So I'm going to have to be really careful if we're going to be trading XIV. It's definitely going to have to be on a day trade basis. And I mean intraday day trade basis. We got Apple. Bad day for Apple. XLE down. Nvidia. This is the joke of the joke. This is what they used it to keep it from crashing. So every time it gets overbought, you should take a good hard look at it. There must be some short interest algo out there that just hunts for high short interest to be able to fade the move. That's Nvidia, but this thing's gonna keep rolling down, just like Tesla got hammered bear market already right now. SDS is drifting up. I said a long time ago you should be at least 70% in your big stuff, you know, and then 30% in your protection, SDS or SH, gold, and TLT. That's here. I think it's going to reverse too. This bond market route is going to reroute because people are going to get very fearful very quickly. Technology rolling over. We got Nugget here. Needs to break over 29 to get interesting again. UNG, we bought UNG yesterday, and I think it's going to keep moving up, and so we just going to keep moving our stop on it. TZA, GDXJ watching. I think once the bonds roll over, IYR will be a buy. Seems like it's just interest rate sensitive right now. Now, if interest rates roll down and IYR doesn't respond, then we know the blooms off the rose for the stock market. SQ, just nice slow ride higher on the SQ. Oil, a little bit surprised today. I'm surprised actually with the early morning report reversed hard. Can't be good news for energy. And we're going into next month, into the fall, we're going into the weak period for energy. So we could be seeing oil down at 40 again today. Again, oil was a nice trade for the day trading money machine, more than $1,000 just on that big sell-off later in the day. So, you know, you should take a look at it, tradegeniusacademy.com. Trades are sitting there waiting for you. There's gold, flattish, but not sold off. There's oil back to VWAP. We're going to see where it goes from here, but I just don't see any catalyst for it to move higher anymore. Here's silver, flat. They couldn't sell it off. Way oversold. Here's small caps. Talked about that. Talked about that. Biotech is drifting down, and you know, this thing looks pretty nasty, but it's at VWAP right now. They've been bouncing it all the time off of it, so we'll see what it does. But if it breaks through, I think it could fall pretty far. I think there's a 10% move in XBI down. Some gaps down there in its low 70s. We get AG. Just waiting to buy it back again. We got stopped out of it yesterday. There's the Amazon stock. Financials. There's Dusk. Getting ready to buy puts on that here pretty soon. MOS. Got stopped out at break even on it and just kind of watching it right now. Okay. I have wheat and precious metals. I sold some more calls on it today at the 1950. I got 6,000 shares sitting in the portfolio. I'm hedged on 40 contracts for next Friday, and nothing's telling me to go into money on my sold calls yet. I think if it drifts down here below 19, then I'll get a little worried again. But so far, looks pretty good. It's telling me that I think the interest rate move is over, and silver held up pretty well today. SCO might be something to get back on the horizon. Got a buy signal on it yesterday, and then today's move kind of messed it up a little bit. But look, it came right back to where the highs of yesterday. XME, we got stopped out of that. Just kind of sitting and watching. See what's happening with the commodities. If this reflation trade goes into a deflation trade, it's going to get really, really crazy. You know, commodities are already pretty cheap, and if they roll over, oh my gosh. Okay, TWM. Ags are holding up pretty well, and I'm back to profitable where I was when I started this whole thing with Trade Genius 15 months ago. I was a year early in my doomsday, but it's definitely holding up right now. And then same with wheat, same with drip, and the dollar's moving down. So anyway, I'll let you guys go. Think you're seeing the story here. I think more of the same tomorrow. We'll see if they try to close it up for the weekend, or if it rolls over hard into the weekend. Then next week will get pretty interesting. Thanks. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.